Roman-Germanic Wars, the Great Confrontation. The Roman-Germanic Wars, often regarded as one of history's most enduring and transformative conflicts, were a series of confrontations between the Roman Empire and the Germanic tribes. Spanning centuries, these wars were not just about territorial dominance but also about the clash of two vastly different civilizations. The confrontation defined the boundaries of the ancient world and sowed the seeds of medieval Europe. Prologue: the clash of civilizations. The Roman Empire represented centralized governance, urbanization, and advanced military strategies. Germania, in contrast, was a land of dense forests, fiercely independent tribes, and decentralized tribal authority. Rome saw Germania as a chaotic wilderness that needed to be tamed, while the Germanic tribes viewed Rome as a foreign power threatening their autonomy. This ideological and cultural divide ensured that their conflict was not merely a series of battles but a prolonged struggle for identity and survival. Phase 1. The first encounters, 113 to 101 BCE. The Roman-Germanic confrontation began with the Cimbric Wars, sparked by the migration of the Cimbri and Teutons into Roman territory. Key events: Battle of Noreia, 113 BCE, the first encounter, where the Roman forces barely escaped defeat against the Cimbri. Battle of Orazio, 105 BC, a devastating Roman loss, with tens of thousands killed. Battle of Vercelli, 101 BCE, the turning point, where Gaius Marius' reformed Roman army decisively defeated the Cimbri. Significance: these early clashes revealed the threat posed by Germanic migrations and set the stage for Rome's military reforms. Phase 2. Rome's northern expansion, 12 BCE 9 CE. Under Emperor Augustus, Rome sought to conquer Germania and extend its borders beyond the Rhine. Generals like Drusus and Tiberius led campaigns deep into Germanic territory, initially achieving success. Key events: Drusus campaigns, 12 to 9 BC. Drusus advanced to the Elbe River, building forts and roads to secure Roman control. Tiberius efforts. Tiberius continued his predecessor's work, consolidating Roman gains in Germania. The turning point: the Battle of Teutoburg Forest, 9 CE. The ambitions of Roman conquest came to a halt with the ambush at Teutoburg Forest. Arminius, a Germanic leader who had been trained by Rome, united the tribes and annihilated 3 Roman legions under Publius Quinctilius Varus. Outcome: Rome abandoned its plans to conquer Germania east of the Rhine, marking the Rhine as a permanent boundary. Phase 3. The retaliation and the defensive strategy, 14 to 180 CE. After the humiliation at Teutoburg, Rome launched retaliatory campaigns to restore its honor and secure its frontiers. The campaigns of Germanicus, 14 to 16 CE. Germanicus led punitive expeditions into Germania, recovering 2 of the 3 lost legionary standards and defeating Arminius in several battles, including Battle of Idistavizo, 16 CE, a Roman victory over Arminius' forces. Despite these successes, Emperor Tiberius ordered the withdrawal from Germania, prioritizing the defense of the Rhine frontier over further conquests. The Long Frontier Wars. The Rhine and Danube frontiers became the focal points of Rome's defense against frequent Germanic raids and incursions. Marcomannic Wars, 166 to 180 CE, under Marcus Aurelius. Rome fought a prolonged conflict against the Marcomanni, Quadi, and other tribes along the Danube. Key battle: the defense of Aquileia, where Rome repelled a major Germanic invasion. Outcome: the wars strained Rome's resources and revealed the growing power of Germanic coalitions. Phase 4. The migration period and Rome's decline, 300 to 476 CE. The arrival of the Huns in Europe triggered a domino effect, pushing Germanic tribes into Roman territory. This period, known as the Migration Period, marked the beginning of the Western Roman Empire's collapse. Key events: Visigothic Revolt, 376 CE. The Visigoths, seeking refuge from the Huns, rebelled after mistreatment by Roman officials. Battle of Adrianople, 378 CE. The Visigoths decisively defeated the Roman army, killing Emperor Valens. The sack of Rome, 410 CE, led by Alaric, The Visigoths looted the city, symbolizing Rome's weakening power. Germanic kingdoms emerge. Ostrogoths in Italy. Theodoric the Great ruled as a Roman-style king. Franks in Gaul. Clovis I unified the Franks and converted to Christianity, aligning with the Roman Church. The fall of the Western Roman Empire, 476 CE. Odoacer, a Germanic chieftain, deposed Romulus Augustulus, marking the end of Roman rule in the West. Phase 5. Reconciliation and Transformation, 476 to 800 CE. The collapse of the Western Roman Empire did not end the influence of Rome. Instead, it paved the way for a fusion of Roman and Germanic traditions. The role of the Church. The Roman Church became a unifying force, preserving Roman cultural and intellectual traditions while converting Germanic tribes to Christianity. Key figures: Clovis I, 466 to 511 CE. His baptism strengthened ties between the Franks and the Roman Church. Missionaries like St. Boniface played a crucial role in spreading Christianity among Germanic peoples. The rise of the Holy Roman Empire. The crowning of Charlemagne as Holy Roman Emperor in 800 CE symbolized the culmination of Roman-Germanic reconciliation. Charlemagne's empire combined Roman administrative systems, Germanic military traditions, and Christian faith. Legacies of the Great Confrontation. The Roman-Germanic Wars reshaped Europe in profound ways, leaving a lasting legacy. 1. Cultural fusion. Roman law, language, and architecture influenced Germanic kingdoms. Germanic warrior culture and tribal governance shaped medieval Europe. 2. The foundations of feudalism. The blending of Roman landholding systems with Germanic customs of loyalty and kinship gave rise to feudalism. 3. The preservation of Christianity. The Christianization of Germanic tribes ensured the survival of Roman cultural and religious traditions. 4. The emergence of medieval Europe. The Germanic kingdoms became the foundation of modern European nations, while Roman influence endured in language, law, and governance. Roman-Germanic Wars. The Great Confrontation continued. Cultural and social impacts of the Roman-Germanic Wars. The centuries-long confrontation between Rome and the Germanic tribes was not merely a tale of military engagements but also a crucible for cultural transformation. The aftermath of the wars created a hybrid civilization that became the foundation of medieval Europe. 1. Military evolution, blending tactics and traditions. The Roman-Germanic Wars transformed the nature of warfare in Europe, with both sides learning and adapting from one another. Roman influence on Germanic warfare. Germanic tribes adopted Roman military formations, equipment, and strategies. The use of disciplined infantry units became more common among Germanic forces, particularly as they served in Roman auxiliary units. Germanic leaders like Arminius and Theodoric the Great exemplified this blend, using Roman tactics against their former allies. Germanic contributions to Roman warfare. The guerrilla tactics employed by the Germanic tribes, including ambushes and swift raids, forced Rome to adapt its frontier defense strategies. The incorporation of Germanic cavalry into Roman armies strengthened their mobility and effectiveness in open-field battles. 2. The Limes Germanicus, Rome's enduring frontier. The Limes Germanicus, a vast network of forts, walls, and watchtowers along the Rhine and Danube, was both a physical and symbolic representation of the Roman-Germanic confrontation. Role in defense. These fortifications served as a buffer zone, enabling Rome to monitor and respond to Germanic incursions effectively. The frontier became a zone of cultural exchange, with trade and interaction flourishing despite the constant threat of conflict. Legacy. The Limes laid the groundwork for the borders of modern European nations, particularly in regions like Germany and Austria. 3. The spread of Christianity. One of the most significant outcomes of the Roman-Germanic interaction was the Christianization of the Germanic tribes. Conversion of leaders. The conversion of figures like Clovis I marked a turning point, as Germanic kingdoms aligned themselves with the Roman Church. Clovis' baptism in 496 CE symbolized the integration of Germanic tribes into the Roman Christian world. Missionary activity. Roman missionaries, such as St. Boniface, played a critical role in converting pagan Germanic tribes. Their efforts established Christianity as the unifying religion of post-Roman Europe. Syncretism. Many Germanic traditions were incorporated into Christian practices, from seasonal festivals to leadership roles within the Church. 4. Legal and administrative integration. The blending of Roman and Germanic legal traditions created the foundation for medieval European governance. Roman legal influence. Roman law codes, such as the Justinian Code, were preserved and adapted by Germanic rulers. These codes influenced medieval legal systems, including the laws of the Franks and Visigoths. Germanic law codes. Tribes like the Franks and Lombards codified their own laws, blending tribal customs with Roman legal principles. For example, the Lex Salica combined Germanic traditions with Roman notions of justice. From conflict to cooperation, the new European order. The transformation from confrontation to reconciliation created a new political and cultural landscape in Europe. 1. The Germanic kingdoms, successors to Rome. By the 5th and 6th centuries, Germanic rulers had established stable kingdoms on former Roman territories. The Franks, the Frankish kingdom under Clovis and his Merovingian successors, emerged as the most powerful Germanic state. Its alignment with the Roman Church ensured its dominance in Western Europe. The Ostrogoths. Theodoric the Great ruled Italy with a blend of Roman administrative practices and Germanic governance. His court preserved Roman traditions while fostering Germanic cultural identity. The Visigoths.